Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CDL Live. It's time to start the last game day of the 2013 Car Demolition League regular season. Everything coming to a close today. 15 out of the 16 playoff spots are clinched. Only one more that needs to be clinched, but we'll get to that later on. A brief summary of it is between the Phoenix Firebirds and the San Jose Storm. Storm currently in 8th spot in the West, looking for just an overtime loss at the least. Overtime loss or better. All they need is 1 point to clinch. Phoenix, of course, their back's truly up against the wall. They got the Philadelphia Demons today, but we are about to get this game day started. The last one of the regular season. Playoffs start July 31st. So what else can be said? Tomorrow, D-League Soldier Cup Finals. But you know what? Let's focus on today. Get you down on the field for the first game here on CDL Live.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Ooh.
Alright, it's time to start the last game day of the Car Demolition League's 2013 regular season. Both teams here playing for pride, just looking to end the season with a win. The Gowanda Outlaws on the road to take on the Dallas Stars. Last game for the Dallas Stars to be known as the Stars. Next year, get ready for the Dallas Lone Stars. Oh, accepting applications on the new logo if anyone wants to take a crack at it. It's our first game coming up. Gowanda, Dallas, CDL Live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CDL Live. The last one of the regular season. That means for these two teams, it's their last game of the season. The Gowanda Outlaws on the road to take on the Dallas Stars to kick things off here in our July 26th game day. Very last game day of 2013, but for Gowanda and Dallas, both playing for pride here. No chance of making the playoffs. This is their last game of 2013. Let's take a look at the lineups. Blue Camaro 2 will be starting off first for Gowanda, followed by Triple Threat. At the captain spot, Lamborghini. And then at 5-point gainer will be Gold Mercedes. Lamborghini is the oldest surviving Lamborghini in this league. And starting off for the Dallas Stars will be Custom Vet.
Followed by Red Tail. The captain spot.
That's
McLaren.
McLaren at 5-point gainer. Formulator at 5-point gainer for the Dallas Stars. Their last game to be called the Stars before next year when they become the Dallas Lone Stars. So here we go. It's going to be 5-0 Dallas in the lead. Here comes Triple Threat out there with Custom Vet. And Custom Vet gets Dallas a 10-0 lead. Out comes Lamborghini now. And 15-5, that is going to be the final as those two both go down. The Dallas Stars in their last game, known as just the Stars. They have a victory here, a win. 15-5, the final over the Gowanda Outlaws. Coming up next, another two teams in the same situation. These two were in New Jersey Bandits, San Antonio Kings on CDL Live. Stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next game on tap here on CDL Live. Another two teams playing for pride here, looking for a win on the CDL's last game day because it is their last game of the season. New Jersey Bandits on the road to take on the San Antonio Kings. Let's see who can get the W here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CDL Live. Our next game on tap for you. Another two teams playing for pride. Their last game of 2013 here. The New Jersey Bandits on the road take on the San Antonio Kings. Like I said, last game of the season for both these teams. Let's see how they do this. Starting lineup for New Jersey is going to be Cobra, followed by Yellow Indy. At the captain spot will be Kid Custom, and at 5-point gainer will be Silver Angel. Team's just able to beat them. But San Antonio, they'll counter that with Acura, followed by Sweet 16. At the captain spot, Moto Blade Jr., and at 5-point gainer will be Road Plane. Oh, here we go. Game on. It's going to be 5-0 New Jersey. Sweet 16 now. We'll tie the game up at 5. Sweet 16 up against Yellow Indy now. 10-5. New Jersey Bandits in the lead. And now Motorblade Jr. trying to keep San Antonio's season alive just a little bit longer. Out there against Yellow Indy. Trying to end the Bandits season with a win. No interference called. Almost was. And it's going to be 10-10. And Motorblade Jr. gets the flip on Kid Custom. 15-10 San Antonio. And that will end it. 15-10, the Kings come back to get a win. 15-10, the final. They get the win over the New Jersey Bandits. And that ends the season for both of these teams. Stick around. Coming up next, the Cleveland Wolves get ready for their first round series with Philadelphia. But, of course, they got to end the season against San Francisco to end the regular season here. So, Cleveland Wolves, San Francisco Californians up next. Well, the Cleveland Wolves had that 8th seed clinched in the Eastern Conference, and they looked ahead into the playoffs, and they want to do it with some momentum, looking for a win over the San Francisco Californians, who are shaping up right now to have the first overall draft pick in 2014. That record you see there, 7-33, 6-3, the worst in the league. Cleveland hoping to get the easy win here, get some momentum and some confidence as they are going to be taking on the Philadelphia Demons in the first round of the playoffs. Wolves, Californians next. By the way, San Francisco Shinobis next year. Last game to be called the Californians. Let's get you down on the field for the start of the game. I can't remember. I don't think he did though. Anyways, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to CDL Live. Our next game, the Cleveland Wolves on the road take on the San Francisco Californians. Their last game to be called the Californians. Of course, next year they'll be the San Francisco Shinobis. So, last game in the just the plain old gold and white for them. But nonetheless, for the Cleveland Wolves, they are getting set. I don't know if you want to call this a practice match, but their next game, at least 4 of them. I don't know if you want to call it practice, but they got the Philadelphia Demons in the first round of the playoffs. Going into the playoffs as huge underdogs. They would definitely like a boost here to go in on. So let's see what they bring to the table here. Mick D. Green will start things off for the Wolves, followed by Aqua Ferrari. At the captain spot will be Stock 34, and at 5-point gainer will be Blue F50. So home side of the field, the Californians of San Francisco, they got Mach 5-2 starting things off, followed by number 4. Black 3 at the captain spot, and at 5-point gainer will be Silver Lamborghini. So here we go, game on. And it's going to be 5-0 San Francisco. Mach 5-2 gets the flip, and here comes Aqua Ferrari. And it's going to be tied at 5. Aqua Ferrari now out there against 4 now. Score tied at 5. No interference, they're both down. 10-10 the score. Black 3 up against Stock 34. Stock 34 pretty decent defensively, but Black 3 is so far in this game. These two go at it. Heavy hitting from Black 3. San Francisco looks like they're definitely going to have that first draft pick going into 2014. And right here, a good battle going on. Ooh, interference call. They completely pass each other. I'll go at it again here. Good battle on our hands. A tie game, and not anymore. San Francisco takes the lead. 15-10 Californians. And here comes Blue F50 trying to send this game into overtime. Black 3 trying to get the win. Trying to end the Californian season on a positive note. Interference almost had it. Interference there almost went overtime. Interference yet again. Both teams going at it here. And there will be no overtime. The San Francisco Californians end their season on a high note with a win, 15-10 over the Cleveland Wolves. Coming up next, Jacksonville Bangums, Denver Mustangs on CDL Live. Stay tuned. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next game on tap, the Jacksonville Bangums. Heartbreaking season for them. It's the best they've ever had under Sammy Napa, but they still didn't have enough to make the playoffs. On the road, looking to finish the regular season with a win against the Denver Mustangs. Denver Mustangs, they're another team playing for pride here. No chance of making the playoffs. Both teams looking for a W on the last game day. Bangums, Mustangs, let's get you down to the field for the start of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CDL Live. Our next game on tap for you, the Jacksonville Bangums on the road take on the Denver Mustangs. Jacksonville and Denver, going to be the last game of their season here. The Bangums, and they almost made the playoffs, basically. Just got knocked out. I say a few game days ago, they were eliminated from contention, but they looked to end the season on a positive note. The Denver Mustangs, not so good for them. They really, in a way, never had a chance, sitting second to last place in the Western Conference. But they also look to end their season on a positive note. Let's see what happens here. Bangums start off with Yellow Ferrari, followed by Testarossa. Black Spectite at the captain's position at 5-point gainer, Silver Vet 2. To the home side of the field, the Denver Mustangs coming out with Orange Amazon, followed by Mach 5. White Ferrari out at the captain's spot, and 308 at 5-point gainer. Here we go. Game on. Jacksonville has the lead. 5-0 Bangums. 5-5 as Mach 5 will tie it up. Now up there against Testarossa. They'll both go down 10-10. Good game on our hands. White Ferrari and Black Spectite now going at it. Both teams looking to end their season off right. And no interference called. Almost was. It's going to be 15-10 Denver. Silver Vet goes down and the game is going to be over. The final 15-10. The Denver Mustangs have the win over the Jacksonville Bangums. Coming up next, Atlanta Avengers, Indianapolis Reapers, another two teams ending their season today. All right, our next game on tap for you. Last game for both teams. No chance of making the playoffs for either of them. The Atlanta Avengers on the road take on the Reapers. The Reapers would like to end the season with at least more wins than losses, though, so they're shooting for that today. Currently 21-21, 2-5, as you see there. Let's see who can get the W here. Avengers, Reapers, next on CDL Live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CDL Live. Our next game on tap, the Atlanta Avengers, about to do battle with the Indianapolis Reapers, both looking to end their season on a positive note. Neither team with a chance to make the playoffs. A lot of this is going to happen, by the way, because there are only 16 out of 42 teams make it, and 15 of the spots are already clinched, so do the math. Anyways, Atlanta starts things off with Red Silhouette, followed by Black Marinello. Clown at the captain's spot, and that 5-point gainer will be Yellow Cobra. To the home side of the field, the Indianapolis Reapers will start things off with Candy, followed by Green Enzo. At the captain's spot, Gold Z28, and that 5-point gainer will be Speed Shot. So here we go, game on. And it's going to be 5-0 Atlanta. Atlanta coming off a huge win against the Buffalo Warriors, and they're up 10-0. It's looking just like yesterday's game they had against Buffalo. Yes, they did, 15-10. They got a 10-0 lead. I don't know, man. Tyrell went down quick. It's crazy. But anyways, 10-5. Looking exactly flip for flip right now, like yesterday's game they had with Buffalo. 10-5. Atlanta in the lead. Gold Z28 trying to keep Indianapolis in this thing. Atlanta would be the first Eastern Conference team to actually post up a win here today if they can get it. So far, East is 0-4 against the West. As these two go at it. And it's going to be 10-10. Indianapolis almost up there to win it. Oh, well, not to win it, but get the lead. The interference call there. It's 10-10 the score. the Reapers trying to make the West 5-0 against the East right now. Is Clown goes at it with Goldsy 28, and Clown has the flip. 15-10 the score, and now Speed Shop will try to force overtime. Not going to happen. 15-10 the final.
Why is he in this league? He's terrible.
They thought some weight. You know, there's one on New Mexico, too. They showed good improvement in, you know, exhibition battles and stuff like that, and thought, hey, why not? And, you know, just mark it on a list of fails in 2013, along with, I don't know, some jackass pulling a stunt in the backyard in the fourth and losing their thumb. It's got to be on YouTube somewhere. Nonetheless, there's more CDL coming up. New York Empires, New Orleans Gladiators. It's next on CDL Live. All right, our next game coming up, the New York Empire. They're looking like they're going to have the second draft pick in 2014, but they look for a win here today on the road to take on the New Orleans Gladiators. Tough, heartbreaking season for the Gladiators, who made it to the playoffs last year, but this year at 22, 2-1 record, not going to be good enough, even if they got a win today. Last game of the season for both teams. Let's find out who gets the W. Empire, Gladiators, next. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CDL Live. Our next game on tap for you, the New York Empire, on the road to take on the New Orleans Gladiators. Both teams playing for pride now in July. New Orleans, though, they've been eliminated out of the playoff race a little bit more recently. The New York Empire, they've been out for a while. They're looking right now to possibly have the second draft pick in the 2014 draft. But let's see how they do today here. Both teams looking to end the season on the right foot, end it with the win. Diesel Boy Jr. will start things off for the New York Empire, followed by Enzo 1.
Accurate, right?
At the, what?
Accurate.
Accurate, no. Enzo 1, and then the captain spot is at Spirit. And 5-point gainer will be T-Coop. At the home side of the field, Yellow Corvette will start things off for the New Orleans Gladiators, followed by T-Gray. At the captain spot will be Menace, and at 5-point gainer is La Guerra. So here we go. 5-0 New Orleans in the lead. Yellow Vet has the flip there, and he has another one. 10-0 Gladiators over the Empire here as Spirit can't keep New York in the game as he and Yellow Vet go down. That makes the final 15-5. Are you not entertained, New Orleans? Well, you're not going to be entertained for the playoffs because the Gladiators are still an eliminated team. But nonetheless, a win here to close the season. 15-5 over the New York Empire. More CDL to come. Detroit Devils, Nevada Thunder, next. All right, another matchup between two teams playing for pride here in July. The Detroit Devils on the road to take on the Nevada Thunder. Two teams are evenly matched, though, so it should be a good one. It's the Ottawa Eagles, two parent teams that they both share the same D-League squad down in the minors, so pretty friendly competition. Nothing really big on the line, just a win on the last game day of the 2013 regular season. Let's see who gets it. Devils, Thunder, next.
42nd draft pick.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CDL Live. And Alex, you just said LA's gonna have the 42nd draft pick. He's predicting a Crash Bowl win for the Blades. Could be getting cocky, folks. Who knows? Oh, he's knocking on wood. He's safe. He's knocking on wood. Anyways, next game up. Two teams that won't be going to the Crash Bowl this year. The Detroit Devils on the road to take on the Nevada Thunder. Both teams playing for pride in July.
Again, you said there will be a lot of these matchups.
There are going to be a lot of these matchups. Next one won't be because St. Louis is in, but the one after that will be because Tampa Bay and Idaho are. Anyway. But a lot of these matchups here today, teams just ending out their season, but hey, it's fun to watch. Detroit Devils, Nevada Thunder, let's see what they bring to the table. Both teams closing out their season today. For Detroit, Gray Carrera, followed by 24. Black Dragon at the captain spot, and at 5-point gainer will be Sun. To the home side of the field, the Nevada Thunder got 42 starting off first, followed by White Indy. At the captain spot is going to be Yellow Spider, and at 5-point gainer will be White Lamborghini. So here we go. Game on. Gray Carrera and 42 going at it. Detroit and Nevada, both of them share the same farm team down in Ottawa. in the B League. Let's 5-0 Nevada here and make it 5-5. Just like that, the Devils tie things up. 10-5, no interference calls. White Indy goes down. Detroit's in the lead. Yellow Spider now out there. He'll tie the game up right away at 10. Back and forth we go. Here comes Black Dragon. He'll get the flip on Yellow Spider. 15-10 Detroit. Trying to end this one. White Lamborghini trying to force overtime for Nevada. Not going to happen. 15-10 the final. The Detroit Devils have a win in their last game of the season. Nevada Thunder have walked away from 2013 with a loss. Coming up next, Miami Mafia, St. Louis Twisters on CDL Live. All right, our next game on tap, the St. Louis Twisters trying to wrap up that 6th spot, and I believe for the most part they do have a wrap, but a win here today, or 1 point I believe it is, will definitely get them as 6th seed in the Western Conference. So a big game for the Twisters here, but the Miami Mafia looking to spoil the Twisters' last game day of the regular season. At the least concern, they are not going to have a postseason. So let's find out who gets the W here. Mafia, Twisters next on CDL Live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CDL Live. Another game on tap for you here. The Miami Mafia on the road against the St. Louis Twisters. The Mafia looking to end their season here in 2013 with a win. And it would be against a tough team, though. St. Louis Twisters, they hold a playoff spot. Are they going to, what seed are they going to be holding? No one really knows. It's looking like it's going to be the 6th seed. But they can make sure it's the 6th seed with a win today. If they lose in regulation, Portland Panthers will have a chance to retake that 6th seed back from them. Let's see what happens here. Well, first lineups. Uncle Sam starts things off for Miami, followed by Mach 6, Monkey at the captain spot, and Retroactive at 5-point gainer. To the home side of the field, the St. Louis Twisters. They'll start things off with Mini Truck, followed by Silver Indy. At the captain spot will be Diablo 1, and at 5-point gainer is going to be Mustang 2. So here we go, Mini Truck and Uncle Sam. Game on between St. Louis and Miami, and an interference call. So go at it again here. And look at Uncle Sam staying up there. And it's going to not stay up for long, though. 5-0 St. Louis Twisters in the lead. Here comes Mach 6. Almost tied it up there. Mini Truck somehow staying up. Interference call that time. They'll go at it again. And it's going to be 10-0 Twisters. Monkey trying to keep Miami in this game, and he does. 10-5. Now out there against Silver Indy. Interference. No flip, but interference. They go back to their own side of the field. Another interference call. They'll go at it again here. And it's going to be tied at 10. Monkey looking to go 4-0 and lead his team in a comeback, but has to go through Diablo 1, and he does! 15-10 Mafia. Looking for a huge upset. Mustang 2 trying to send this game into overtime. Almost did. They both have to get back up and go at it again. They're both down. Have to get back up and go at it again. And Mustang 2 somehow staying up. Stays up again. Some defense there, and he forces overtime.
Can't get past it today.
Oh, where's my monkey? He goes down. Retroactive out there against Mustang 2 here in OT. And Retroactive goes down. Right when it looked like St. Louis was about to take a loss here on the last game day. They have a 10-0 lead. They lose it. Down 15-10. They come back to win it in overtime. 20-15. Twisters beat the Mafia. Wow. Holy crap. Tampa Bay, Idaho. It's the Gators and the Cowboys. Our next game on CDL Live. Stay tuned. All right, our next game coming up, the Tampa Bay Gators on the road to take on the Idaho Cowboys. Another two teams playing for pride here on the last game day of the season. Both looking for a win. Let's see who can get it. Tampa Bay, Idaho. Gators, Cowboys. Next. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CDL Live. Our next game about to take place after I burp. There we go. Next game on tap, the Tampa Bay Gators on the road take on the Idaho Cowboys. Let's take a look at these starting lineups as both these teams look to end 2013 with a positive note. So, our first game up. Well, our first car out for Tampa Bay is Pocket Blaster, followed by Battle. Enzo 3 at the captain's spot, and at 5-point gainer will be Gold Gunner. To the home side of the field, Idaho starts out with Blue Corvette, followed by Arachnarod. Red 07 at the captain's spot, and at 5-point gainer is going to be Scorpion. So here we go. Game on. Pocket Blaster and Blue Corvette, they both go down. 5-5. Battle in Arachnarod now. Interference called. 5-5 game. Battle stays up. They switch sides. Arachnarod staying up there. They'll stay up again. They'll switch sides again. Interference called. Good battle on our hands here between Battle and Arachnarod. And Battle will get the win there. 10-5 the score. Tampa Bay in the lead. Red 07 now out there. Battle staying up. As Red 07 and Battle go at it, and Battle will clinch the win for the Tampa Bay Gators in their last game of the season. 15-5 the final. Tampa Bay defeats Idaho. What? Huh? Say what? Freestyle? Plus 13 about to get buck wild up in the club, drinking on that Chrissy. Y'all don't really know, but y'all don't really miss me. I don't fucking know, cause I can't really flow. Not freestyle, but yo, I collect dough at the Walmart where I wanna get out. Please fire me, you fucking bitches. I'm tired of playing this part. Put me at the front door. I'll be like, get your shit, go home, yo. Our next game coming up, Boston Vandals, New Mexico Monsters. Alright, our next game on tap, the Boston Vandals on the road to take on the New Mexico Monsters. The Monsters have to regret trading away Greelina, their very first draft pick in the 2013 draft. It's done pretty good for LA. I mean, few bad moves. They even traded away Pink Indy. And they're regretting that now as they look at how Philadelphia is doing. But the New Mexico Monsters did do better this year considering they only had 2 wins last year, and they got 2 pretty good players out of the trade, being Patriot and Dragon. Let's see how they do today against the Boston Vandals. Both teams looking for that W in the final game. Vandals, Monsters next. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CDL Live. Our next game on tap for you, the Boston Vandals and the New Mexico Monsters. You are hearing the cat in the video in the background. Anyway, Boston has Silver Swoop starting off for them, followed by Purple Indy. Monkey Ball out at the captain spot, and 5-point gainer, Red Modena. For the New Mexico Monsters, their last game of the season, See You Later, followed by Patriot. Dragon at the captain spot, and at 5-point gainer is Champion. So here we go. New Mexico and Boston. Neither of these teams are going to the playoffs. Trying to end the season on a good note. And it's going to be 5-0 Vandals in the lead. Patriot now comes out there. He'll go right down. 10-0 Boston. Dragon now out there. And he'll keep the Monsters in this game. 10-5. Now Purple Indy. He'll go down. Dragon 2-0. Looking for a comeback here. He's tied it up at 10. Now faces Monkey Ball. Interference call. They'll go at it yet again. No interference there. They'll switch sides of the field. And Monkey Ball will get the best of Dragon there. 15-10 Boston now looking to end it. Champion and Monkey Ball both went down there, but not that time. Monkey Ball hangs on, gets the win for the Boston Vandals. 15-10 the final score. Coming up next, Hartford Homies, Houston Oilers on CDL Live. Alright, our next game coming up, the Hartford Homies on the road to take on the Houston Oilers. The Oilers playing for pride in July, trying to win on the last game day of the season. Hartford wants that win to build up some momentum and some confidence going into their first round series against the Puerto Rico Playas. They already know who they got to play. It's all a matter of getting some practice and getting ready for it. So, Homies trying to gain some confidence. Oilers just looking for a W here on CDL Live. And we're not talking about George Bush. Homies, Oilers next. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CDL Live. Our next game on tap for you. The Hartford Homies on the road to take on the Houston Oilers. Oilers, no chance of making the playoffs here in 2013 after last year's appearance. Tough for them to take. They were ousted from the first round of the playoffs in 2012, 4-3 by the Phoenix Firebirds. Houston was. The Hartford Homies are going back to the playoffs, but they won't be the number 1 seed. As a matter of fact, they have clinched up the 6th spot. They're getting ready to take on the Puerto Rico Players in the first round. Puerto Rico just beat them yesterday, 15-0. So they want to get some kind of good feeling about this series going back in. Would like a win to end their regular season against Houston here. Get that confidence back up a little bit, maybe. Gray Ghost starts from today, followed by Gold Dust. Hammer at the captain spot for Hartford, and a 5-point gainer will be Gold Dragster. To the home side of the field, Oilers' last game of the season. Whitetail starts things off for them, followed by Magquad. At the captain spot is going to be Blue Dragon 2, and at 5-point gainer, Silver Spider. So here we go, Whitetail and Gray Ghost. Interference called. Massive interference. So the teams go flying across. Whitetail and Gray Ghost going at it. Interference call on the first collision. But now the match is on. Still scoreless here. Gray Ghost hit out there holding his own against Whitetail. But he'll go down. 5-0 Oilers in the lead, and here comes Gold Dust. Gold Dust out there against Whitetail. Interference call. They'll go at it again. 10-5. Houston in the lead. Magquad looking for a win out there against Hammer. Not going to happen. Hammer ties the game up at 10. Now Hammer and Blue Dragon 2. Interference call.
Blue Dragon get under him.
Blue Dragon 2 gets under him and forces Hammer over. 15-10 Houston in the lead. Gold Drakes are trying to force overtime. Almost did. They both go down. Got to get back up. And they do force overtime. Blue Dragon 2 goes down. Hartford forces OT. And now it is Gold Dragster out there for the homies. Silver Spider out there for the Oilers. In OT, they both go down. Tie game to end both teams' regular season. 15-15 the final between the Hartford Homies and the Houston Oilers. Coming up next, Washington Patriots. Nashville Nighthawks. Should be a good one here on CDL Live. All right, it's time for the game that will end part 1 of this July 26th game day, our last CDL regular season game day. Washington Patriots on the road take on the Nashville Nighthawks. The Patriots getting ready for their first round matchup. They just don't know who they're going to have to play yet. Will it be the Destroyers or will it be the Brawlers? That'll be figured out later. Whoever wins the Northern Division title will play Washington in the first round. But Washington looks for a strong appearance here and looks to get a W on the last game day to head into the playoffs with some momentum. The Nighthawks, sad season for them. Were not able to make the playoffs yet again. Nighthawks just looking to finish with some pride and a W to add on to their record there on the last game day. It's the end of part 1 here. Stay tuned for part 2, but let's get to this game. Patriots Nighthawks on CDL Live. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to CDL Live. We're getting set for another game here. The Washington Patriots on the road take on the Nashville Nighthawks. Nashville, no chance of making it to the playoffs in 2013. They've missed playoffs now 2 years in a row, 2012 and 2013. And they just look to end the season on a good note and get ready for 2014. Keep in mind, last time they were in the playoffs, 2011, they actually made it to the second round of the playoffs. But nonetheless, their opponents today are a team that is going to the playoffs, the Washington Patriots. They're going to end up with the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference, looking at either playing the Bradford Brawlers or the Pittsburgh Destroyers in the first round. They want to have a confidence boost going in. They're looking to get one here with a win today. See what they bring out to the table here. Black Phantom will start things off for the Patriots, followed by Cockroach. At the captain spot will be Blue 512, and at 5-point gainer, Croc Rod. To the home side of the field, the Nashville Nighthawks will start things off with Black Testarossa. Following him will be Orange Chevelle. Extinguish at the captain spot, and Chevrolator will take 5-point gainer. So here we go. Game on between these two. They will switch sides. Whoa. No contact. And an interference called after they switch sides. Go at it again now. Black Phantom and Black Testarossa.
Oh, what's that? Oh, the black.
Yep. Good hits going on. Solid hits. 5-0 Nashville in the lead as Black Phantom went down. Here comes Cockroach now out there against Black Testarossa. And Black Testarossa takes Cockroach down. 10-0 Nighthawks. Interference called. Just barely an interference. But it would have kept Washington in the game. And Blue 5-12 goes down. This game ends in a shutout. 15-0. The Nashville Nighthawks in their regular season with a shutout win. Washington goes into the playoffs with the burden of knowing they just lost their last game 15-0. And now they got to go up against the second best team in the conference, whoever it might be in the East. So 15-0 the final. Nighthawks beat the Patriots. Coming up next, Dayton Rebels, San Diego Lightning on CDL.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Ooh.